Hello guys, my name is Vinay Balaji and welcome to another professional prep video. In today's video, we'll be talking about estimating limit values when given a graph. So the first question you might have is, what does a limit mean? Basically, the limit is the value that a function approaches as the input or index approaches a value. Limits are fundamental to calculus and are used in many renowned topics such as continuity, derivatives, and integrals. Here's a graph of which I use to describe what a limit means. Basically, as you can see, the graph has an upward slope, and somewhere between -4 and -5 there is an empty spot, also known as a hole. You have to predict what this value is. So that's what it means by when they ask the limit of a function. You're trying to find the limit of a function as x approaches this value. So the question might ask, what is the limit of f of x as x approaches 1? Basically, you know that the value is between -4 and -5. And you know that the value before 1 is between -4 and -5, and the value right after 1 is somewhere between -4 and -5. So a fair, reasonable estimate is -4.5. This is because the value of the graph approaches -4.5 as x approaches 1. Feel free to pause, you don't have to. I'll be explaining this problem right now. So basically, you might be tempted to pick -4 because the question asks, what is the limit of h of x as x approaches -7? And a reasonable estimate for this limit is that the limit approaches 1.1. This is because the value of the graph approaches 1.1 as x approaches -7. Like, the value of the graph does not approach -4. It looks like it clearly goes between 1.1 or 1.2. And the reason that it's 1.1 is because the graph you predict that the graph is between 1 and 2. It is nowhere near close to -4. So basically, the value of the graph approaches 1.1 as x approaches -7. Alright, so a common misconception is some people put down -4 as their answer. And that would be totally correct if the question asked what is the answer to h of 7. Because h of 7 is equal to -4. You may be tempted to pick 1.1 because that was what the value approaches as x approaches -7, but the value at h of 7 strictly is mentioned as -4. So please don't make that mistake. Alright, so now to the final question. What is the limit of h of x as x approaches 4? So there is no limit because right before as x approaches 4, the value approaches -infinity, and right after x approaches 4, the value goes to +infinity. So therefore, there is absolutely no limit. I hope you learned something today about estimating limit values from a graph. If you have any questions or video ideas you want us to make in the future, please put them in the comments below. Other than that, thank you, and I hope you guys have